trig integrals involving sines and cosines yesterday. And there's another whole world out there that involves these other trig polynomials, trig functions, secant and tangent. And let me just make a little table to remind you what they are, because I have trouble remembering myself, so I enjoyed the opportunity to go back and remind myself of this stuff. Let's see, the secant is 1 over one of those things. Which one is it? It's weird, it's 1 over the cosine. And the cosecant is 1 over the sine. Of course, the tangent, you know, is the sine over the cosine, and the cotangent is the other way around. So when you put a co in front of it, it changes, it exchanges sine and cosine. Well, I have a few identities involving tangent and secant up there in that little prepared blackboard up above. Maybe I'll just go through and check them out to make sure that we're all on the same page with them. So I'm going to claim that there's this trig identity at the top, secant squared is 1 plus the tangent. So let's just check that out. So the secant is 1 over the cosine, so secant squared is 1 over cosine squared. And then whenever you see a 1 in trigonometry, you'll always have the option of writing it as cosine squared plus the sine squared. And if I do that, then I can divide the cosine squared into that first term, and I get 1 plus sine squared over cosine squared, which is the tangent squared. So there you go. That checks the first one. That's the main trig identity that's going to be behind what I talk about today. That's the trigonometry identity part.